Dude, when you said In It, you reminded me of this Netflix show called Top Boy.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen it?
I actually haven't seen it, but it's set around where I live. I live in South London. So.
Is that kind of like notorious? Is that a sketchy neighborhood then? I mean, in the series, it's kind of sketchy.
Yeah, I mean, like, yes and no. It is like a bit of a sketchier neighborhood. Like South London is like notorious for being sketchier, but it's also like very much getting a bit like gentrified, like
that always happens.
People always talk about like Brixton, like people who like are from Brixton are like, it's not what it used to be. Like it used to be more like independent shops and like the market used to be bigger, etc. And now it's not really like that, which is completely fair. With gentrification, like it is getting probably a bit safer.
Yeah.
But it's still like, I'm in Brixton, like outside of the tube station so much, like at night, because I come home from a gig. And like, it is like, I don't know, I don't feel comfortable, like if my girlfriend is there, like on her own at night.
Yeah.
Because like people walk up to you, people are a bit threatening, like almost everyone I know in London has got mugged at some point.
Have you been mugged?
I've been politely mugged, I would say.
You've been politely mugged?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been...
That's so British.
I mean, one time a guy outside of Brixton Station in South London did, after a gig actually, stole... I had like headsets on, and he was like, hey man, have you got any change? And I was like, sorry man, don't have any change. And he was like, yeah, but man, I can walk with you to a cash point. That's what they all say. I'll walk with you to a cash point. So they can like, you can just, yeah, I know. And I was like, sorry man, I can't. And he was like, fucking hell, give me that. And then he took my headphones. But the thing is, my headphones were still, the thing is, this is how non-threatening I am. He took my headphones, turned around, and then sort of just waited for the same bus that I was getting.
No.
So he wasn't like going anywhere. And the headphones were still connected to my phone.
No.
So I'm just like, got mugged, but I'm also just like someone's DJ all of a sudden. I'm like, you're not gonna get any of this good ABBA shit. I'm gonna
start taking requests.
Yeah, I'm like, what does he like? But yeah,
dude.
so that's happened. But my flatmate has had the same. He's had like someone follow him to a cash point.
Wow.
That's quite.
And then they force him to withdraw as much money as possible and take the cash.
Not as much money, no. I mean, but to the point
he's
where
bargaining with them.
Yeah, no, but that honestly happened.
Really?
So this guy was like, hey man, like he had like this tear like tattooed under his eye. This is again in Brixton.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey man, have you got any money? And he's like, oh sorry man, I don't have any money. He's like, hey man, I'll walk with you. My flatmate's like trying to like be like, leave me alone, but he just doesn't stop. And what are you gonna do, right? So he goes, eventually it's like, okay, like he's like, the guy's like, just a tenner, just £10. So my flatmate goes with him to the cash point, goes to click on like £10, and then the guy goes, 20 though, man, come on, give me 20. And then he goes, give me 30, 30. Yeah. And then I think my flatmate was like, 30, that's it. But then again, it's like, I mean, I think also the guy was like telling me like stories like, I've just come out of prison or whatever, and you never know if that's true. But
he's
like,
got the tattoo tear as
well. I
feel
like you put some work in it.
Yeah.
That he's got a very good branding, He's
OSP.
That
what
guy.
is it?
USP.
His USP is fucking on point.
He's like, I'm that prison guy. I'm that mugging guy. You could see him. You'd be like, I bet you mug people for a living.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, it's not like I'm not gonna pretend that it's like super rough all the time. It's not like that. But that can definitely happen. Yeah.
Dude, I trained with a police officer that works in the gang squad of London, and he was just talking to me about the knife situation and how the stabbing situation was out of control, and like how every weekend they're just knife attack after knife attack after knife attack, often with like groups of teenage boys, that unprovoked attacks, just going up, just mugging other people, stabbings. And he said it was pretty violent, actually.
Yeah, it's actually so bad that I try not to read too much because I think I'll just get in my own head. But like now, I lived in Brixton for 3 years, and just now we moved. It's still close to Brixton, but it's a bit further out. It's called Tulse Hill, so it's like actually like kind of like a nicer area. Like there's more like maybe like some families living around, and it's sort of like a bit nicer. But only last week, some guy got stabbed outside of where I like buy my groceries.
Damn.
And he was like 20 or whatever, and you go, Maybe, yeah, but the police won't say this is gang related.
No, because they want to keep it.
Yeah, so we don't know. But you think, is it gang related or is it just like a random guy?
When they say gang related, does that mean that the victim was somehow known to the attacker and that they had some kind of rival gang thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it's either gang related or it's a random attack.
Yeah, I would say normally, at least that's what we tell ourselves.
Yeah.
Normally it would be gang related.
That's what you want to hear, right? You're not in a gang. You're fine.
Yeah, no, mate, if I was in a gang, it'd be a choir or something. It wouldn't be a gang.
you guys are like sølvgutter.
Yeah, I'm like, hey man, we're just like hitting those notes, you know, like we're not trying to take anyone's money.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm just like trying very hard not to join a gang. That's what I'm working hard. I'm working hard on my comedy, working hard not to try and join a gang. But yeah, but that was only last week, and like. It is fucking scary because it's just where you live. It is weird, but you sort of just have to, I guess, like get a bit more thick-skinned about it. But like, I also think if that happened where I'm from, like I grew up, like when we were 10, we moved to this tiny place outside of Bergen. If that happened on my street there, like we would talk about that for like 40 years.
Yeah.
We would never stop talking about it.
No, that's the corner. That's where
Sivert
got stabbed.
Yeah.